Howdy everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having happy holidays, and today I have new updates about the Yamaha RX-V6A. There was a new firmware update that was released a few days ago, and I have been testing it for a few days now. In a previous video, I have mentioned that there won't be a new firmware update that will enable the support of 4K 120 Hz and 8K features. So me and many other people were wrong about that, because the correct information is that if you have a receiver from the old batch that was manufactured in the year 2020 when the receiver was released, these are the receivers that will require a board replacement. However, if you have a newly manufactured receiver like me, I have purchased it a few months ago. These new receivers already have the board replaced, and all you need is just this new firmware update to enable the 4K 120 Hz and 8K features. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the results of my test with the PS5 connected with the V6A, and give you evidence that it does now support 4K 120 Hz. And then I'm gonna also show you how to update the firmware of your AVR, and also show you what HDMI 2.1 cable I am using. And we'll discuss all of that right after the intro. To do that update, I'm gonna use Windows 10, and I'm gonna use a USB flash drive, and I'm gonna show you how to format that flash drive in order for the AV receiver to read and understand the content of that USB drive. So to start, you're gonna wanna go to the this PC page, and this is where my USB drive shows. You wanna right click on it and go to format, and then you'll see this file system tab. Click on it and you'll see the FAT32 default. I make sure that you choose this option and choose a quick format and then start. Click OK, and once the format is completed, click on OK, then close this window and then minimize this window. And next you want to go to the web browser and click on the link which I will provide in the description. It will take you to this page. This is the European region download page, because I have the UK model. If you have the USA model, click on the USA region download page, which I will provide the link in the description. Next, you'll see the last update here. It is the latest released update in November. Next, you want to click on this link, which will take you to the details of this firmware update. And as you can see, it has the support of 4K 120 Hz and the HDR10 Plus, as well as other improvements. And I will repeat, this version will only work if you have the latest batch that was manufactured and released by Yamaha, and the old version will need a board replacement and not a firmware update. Next, you want to read this agreement if you want, or skip it, and then click on this tick here, and then click on the tab to download the file. Do not rename or change anything, just click on save, and then click on the arrow here if you have the Chrome browser, then show in folder. It will show you the file here in the download page. Right click on it. If you have the WinRAR application, it will show you this option to extract the file here. This is the extracted file. You want to right click on it and then copy it, and then go to the USB drive that you plugged into your laptop or PC, and then right click and paste it here. Okay guys, here I am near the receiver now with the USB flash, and first you wanna turn on the receiver, and then once you turn it on, you wanna plug in the USB drive here. Okay, and once you plug it in, you wanna go to the setup here by clicking on this button. Okay, so this is the setup menu. You want to scroll down to function, and then once you enter the firmware update, you can go to USB update. As you can see, I have the old 1.36 firmware version, so now I'm gonna update it to the new one. You want to click on USB update, and then you'll see that the device will show this message. It will first show updating, and then it will show you this percentage on the LED screen. As you can see guys, now the firmware update is done and successful. It will show you this message on the small LED screen. It will ask you to power off your device, so I'm gonna unplug the USB drive and turn off the device. Now it will automatically turn on. It's like restarting, and now I'm gonna go to the setup menu, and I'm gonna show you how to make sure that the update is successful, and it will show the evidence that it is in the latest version. Okay, here's the setup menu. You want to go to function, and then go to firmware update, and as you can see, the version is 1.48, which is the latest firmware version. And before I start the test that I have done after installing the firmware update, I just want you guys to see the HDMI 2.1 cable that I am using to connect my AV receiver to the TV, and I also connect my PS5 with the original PS5 HDMI 2.1 cable that came in the box. However, for the connection between my TV and the AVR, I'm using this Anker HDMI 2.1 cable. It is certified that it supports ultra high speed and 8K and 4K 120 features. It is a really good brand. I have been using their products for so many years. I've used plugs, charging cables, and even a headset. I really love their products. They always show high quality in their productions, which makes me love purchasing their products. Next, let's see the demonstration and the proof that this cable is also supporting these features, and that the new firmware update supports the new 4K 120 Hz features. This is the configuration that I have done in order to play 4K 120 Hz by going to the setup menu and then the HDMI tab. And when you scroll down to HDMI video format, you want to choose HDMI 3 in case you're using the same configuration, because I connected my PS5 to HDMI number 3. It's the port in the back that is labeled as game. And in the HDMI video format, I have chosen 8K. And as you can see, 8K will enable the support of 8K 60 and then 4K 120 Hz with HDR. If you go to the small LED screen, you can see that a PS5 is connected on HDMI port number 3. On the settings menu, you can check that it's actually outputting 4K content. It also supports HDR, and that 120 Hz is actually enabled. Don't forget to enable performance mode before you start the game. And now I'm gonna show you a game that I have that does support 4K 120 Hz, and that this firmware update does work, and it does actually have some effective bug fixes. And as shown on the screen, it does support 120 FPS. Anyways, guys, I'm very sorry for the long video. I hope you gained benefit and I helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And until the next video, stay safe.